I think I'm calm now. Hi, I'm Grace, here to grace you with my presence. I thought I'd film a video while I'm still kind of in the mood. The time is 10:30. I have a lecture tomorrow morning, but I'm still wide awake. So at 6:30 today, I went to Leicester Square Theatre and I met Sarah J. Maas. Now I'm going to talk more about it after the kind of little vlog I'm going to put in. I couldn't film a lot. I kind of forgot to anyway because I was enjoying it too much, and then yeah, I'll explain that at the end of the video. The day's actually here and it still hasn't quite hit me yet, but I think it's going to when I get to Leicester Square Theatre to see, no, that's my ticket there, Sarah J. Maas. I'm seeing one of my favourite authors of all time, Sarah J. Maas, the creator of Throne of Glass, Selena Sardothian, Court of Thorns and Roses, all of that stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop into Kingston, get a frame for this little thing that I did. I did a drawing. This is gonna be the day. So basically, to cut a long story short, I went to Kingston, bought this frame thing, and I was trying to put it back together, and then as I was doing it, it put a hole in it. So I had to rush back and print off a new one, and now I've got a better frame. Now I'm gonna rush to the train station.
I didn't like the chaos. Neither did I. But I love.
Are you there? Nope, you changed your mind? Oh no, you wait. Are you, I can't tell. Yes, you in the very back of the turquoisey thing. Thank you.
Okay, I love you so much. Okay. He's basically because you write these books, obviously you're always thinking about it all the time. So obviously it goes in your dreams and stuff.
Okay, so there you have it. It was front row. I don't know if you could see in the clip. I was front row. The stage was literally like where this camera is in front of me. And so I was like, oh my god, the chairs, she's gonna be sat right there. And then 6:30 it started, walked on the stage, she was there. She was just so funny. What I love about Sarah J. Maas is that she is such a nerd. She's such a geek, and you know, she really resonates with like all of the fans. She was talking about all sorts of things. Also, she's talking about the series. Also, I missed out when we went in, there was this table of all of her books. This is my copy that I'm reading. As you can see, I haven't read a lot, but it's tattered. The spine's broken. That's one of the things she mentioned. She mentioned how, as a reader, she always breaks the spines of her books, and just, this book is a mess. I'm pretty sure I spilled tomato juice from my BLT on here. A pen's got on there. Yep, I'm one of those people. I fold the corners, I know, but apparently she does that too, so you know, maybe it's a creative writer type. I don't know. I got a new one for her to sign. Obviously, I'm studying creative writing at university. I'm studying to become a writer, and one of the things I was really interested in is how she talked about her process, and also when it comes to publishing as well, because that's always something you don't always think of as a writer. You think of the actual writing process and the actual coming up with a story, but not always publishing, and she mentioned that as well. And I remember she said, she was like, oh, who's like an aspiring writer in here? And I was like, me, in the front row. I don't know, I couldn't see anyone behind, but I was like one of the only people in the front row, like, me. It's really interesting. It's like, obviously she said she came up with the idea when she was 16 and she was just writing it throughout her time at school, college or university. She made a joke about university, it was quite funny. I love the fact that she kept going on about Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, and she was talking about like being in Gryffindor or in Hufflepuff and all that kind of stuff. Just fangirling over stuff, and I was like, oh my god, this is me. I was just in awe watching her the entire time, and she was just making funny jokes. I love the way she kind of talks about her characters and how it's almost as if they're another person. Like she was saying how she's always excited to see how one of her characters, Aelin, for example, reacts. Because Aelin's oh, I love Aelin, she's a brilliant character. They are real people. I mean, yes, they are people inside her head, but she speaks about them in such a kind of intricate, kind of heartfelt way, and I really loved that as the writer. And then she's talking about like all the inspirations and things, so what inspired to write certain characters and where certain characters came from. It was really interesting. There's a character called Manon Blackbeak in the series. Read the series if you haven't. That character recently, as I've been reading Empire Storms, I've come to love even more than I did before. And so to hear how she came about was just, oh. I was on the front row, so I think a few people went up before us, and then the front row went up on stage. All this time I was like, I thought I was going to be kind of cool. I knew I wasn't going to get enough time to have a proper conversation with her, but I just kind of wanted to say something like, oh, you're, you know, as a aspiring writer myself, you're a big inspiration for me, and just kind of just you know, just say something like, oh, I can't even remember what I really said, to be honest. Obviously we didn't have enough time to take a photo. They were like, they can't like take a photo because there were so many people, and I was like, that's fair enough. So when I kind of, I don't even remember what I said. We were going up and she signed the person in front of me. I was trying to juggle all my stuff. I had my phone, I had my camera, and as you can see, I didn't film. Like, I kind of wish I left my camera on and just filmed the conversation, because then I actually might remember what I said. But I was kind of like, I didn't want to be all invasive and like, here's my camera, like say hello, and that would have been awkward. So I just kind of like turned my camera off, just I started talking. So she had my book and she was signing it, and I was like, oh, here's my drawing I did for you. I think, I can't remember what I said. I was like, here's the drawing I did for you. I sent it to you on Twitter. I don't know if you saw. I know she saw because she replied. But I was like, I don't know if you saw. And she was like, oh, that's really cool. And she showed her husband, and she was like, oh, are you an artist? And I was like, no, I just drew it. I just didn't know what to say. I was just suddenly like, I was like, oh, I just drew it. She was so nice. She was so lovely. And she was just like, oh, thank you so much. And obviously she wrote in the book, she's like, thanks for the artwork. And so she really liked the picture. I'm glad I gave her the picture, because if I didn't give her the picture, it didn't give me something to kind of be like, not stand out, I don't mean that, but I feel like if I didn't have the picture, it just would have been so awkward. I've been like, hi. I was just suddenly like, wow, it's Sarah J. Maas like in front of me. Okay, side note, her eyes are just so pretty. It's insane. I was like, ow, like, you're really pretty. But anyway, back to what I was You can see I'm still not quite with it right now. Signed my book and she was really lovely, really sweet, and I was like, okay, thank you, bye. She's like, bye. Honestly, it took me so long to just kind of like register what just happened, because it was so quick, because obviously there was hundreds of people there. I didn't quite realise the extent of how huge the deal was for me. I bought the Throne of Glass book, I think when Crown of Midnight had just come out, and I'd never heard of like it before, and I just picked up the book and I was like, oh, what's this? And then I realised that the second book was already out, and then obviously I fell in love with the series. So I think it's been 2 years of reading it, maybe a bit more. I think over 2 years, maybe almost 3 years or something. It's definitely inspired me more as a writer, and I want to write a series now. And I've always wanted to do fantasy, but I've always kind of been a bit like uncertain. Her series and seeing her and meeting her really has kind of spurred me on to be like, just do it, just write a fantasy novel of some sort. because I know it's there, I know the idea is there, so it's just really inspired me to just go on and just do it. But yeah, this is the new book I got. Obviously this is the tattered one. This is the one that I'm going to read, and I'm going to probably, I don't know, break the spine even more. This is the signed one. It's all pristine and lovely. But there you go, so she signed that. To Grace, thanks for the, oh, beautiful art. Thank you. Thank you, Sarah, if you're watching. Yeah, this is like my pristine, I don't know, I think I'm just going to keep this really safe. And I've never been to a book signing before, so at least I know now what to expect. I know kind of you don't get a lot of time with the author, but make those moments count and don't be awkward. But I was just so overcome afterwards. I don't know why. It's just like I didn't know what to do. I was just like, do I go home yet? I met my favourite author, one of my favourite authors of all time. Someone who's just so inspiring and so funny. She was hilarious. Like on stage I was just crying of laughter at some of the stuff she was saying. So she's funny, she's an amazing writer, stunning as well. Oh my god. There you have it. This was my rambling on video. Once I finish this book, I'm going to do a review of it, and I'm going to talk a lot more in depth. I'm going to make sure that I'm not tired when I do the review. Try and finish this as soon as possible, but at the same time I don't want it to end. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you were at the event or going to any of her events, please comment below saying what your experience was like, and let's just appreciate Sarah J. Maas all together. And even if you haven't gone, let's appreciate her and the series and everything. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. More videos to come soon, and stay graceful. Stay graceful, unlike me.